So we'll talk about everything from second-hand dresses, high street dresses, and actual bridal shop dresses.
The Naomi and Jack show.
Hi, I'm Naomi.
I'm Jack.
And welcome to our channel. Woo! This channel is all about personal growth. And in today's video, we're doing all things wedding related. Woo! In particular, wedding dresses.
So Naomi's going to be taking the lead on this video, and I will offer some, I don't know what I'll offer, but I'll offer something. If you like this kind of content, make sure you give it a like down below because it really helps us out and it helps the YouTube algorithm to find other people who might like this content.
And make sure you subscribe. We will be doing this kind of wedding related content every Saturday for the next few weeks. So if you have any questions, make sure you pop a comment down below and we'll try to answer it in next Saturday's episode.
That's right. So Naomi, where are we starting today with the wedding dresses?
I think we should start with money. How much should you spend?
How much should you spend?
How much do you think wedding dresses cost, Jack?
Well, I know, because I bought two.
No, my dresses were actually very, 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 very cheap. At the end of the day, it depends on you and how much you want to spend. I just decided, screw it, I'm only going to wear this dress once. Well, both of them once. So I wasn't planning on spending an arm and a leg. But how much do you reckon they normally cost?
I know you were looking at ones that cost £4,000 at the start.
I nearly
Which
bought
thankfully
one.
your mum offered to buy because no, wasn't going to happen. That's without shoes,
It's true.
underwear,
A veil.
fitting. Did it come with fitting?
It did come with
Oh,
veil, to
okay.
be fair.
Well,
Not
there you go.
alterations,
That's something.
though.
That's what I meant. What is fitting if it's not the alteration?
Like if you want to add anything extra, you know, but like if you want it to fit your body shape, it will fit your body shape. But obviously if you gain weight or lose too much weight, then you're screwed.
Oh, okay. All right,
So
got it.
minor alterations, but nothing crazy.
Okay.
So from that, you probably gathered I didn't spend too much money on a wedding dress, but I have been through it all. I nearly bought a really expensive wedding dress. And then I decided to go through the whole process again and figure out what worked for me. So we'll talk about everything from second-hand dresses, high street dresses, and actual bridal shop dresses. I've got a lot of information to give the people. So let's get into it.
So, should we start with new wedding dresses?
Yes. So the first place I actually went to try on dresses is the same shop from Say Yes to the Dress. As you can imagine, I watched all the episodes of Say Yes to the Dress and I just wanted to say yes to the dress. Even if you're planning on getting a high street wedding dress or you're planning on getting a second-hand wedding dress, every single bride needs to be pampered, needs to go to the bridal shop and try on dresses because it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Is it fun?
It's so much fun. I went
There
with
you
my
go.
mum, I went with my brother actually, and my sister, and then I fell in love with this beautiful, beautiful dress. It was £4,000 and my mum was happy to buy it, and bless her. And I even put down a deposit on it. I must admit...
Did you get that back?
No. I did not
There's
get that
so
back.
many lost deposits.
So many lost deposits at the wedding. So make sure you're careful, you know, a deposit is non-refundable. But I didn't get that, oh my god, this is the one type of dress. I felt beautiful in the dress, don't get me wrong, and it was stunning. But the main thing I hated about the dress is it had this invisible netting. And they kept saying, oh, you know, it's because it doesn't fit you right. When it does fit you right, it will work. It will just be really invisible. And I'm like...
But was it invisible for your skin colour?
It was not invisible for my skin tone. It was invisible for European skin tones.
So
but
are they going to change it?
no, they just said, oh, once it's tight on your skin, you won't be able to see it. But I have seen enough invisible lace on black people to know
It's
it
not
ain't invisible.
Yeah. So do you think that you felt more inclined to buy the dress because you were in this fancy place with all the Prosecco? Like, do you think you thought the dress was nicer than it was because of the...
No, I mean,
experience?
hands down, the dress was phenomenal.
Okay.
But I did feel a bit of pressure to be like, yeah, I love the dress. I want to say yes to the dress.
No, I'm just thinking from like a consumer advice point of view, should people be aware that like you might get pressured or you might feel like pressured
Honestly,
to buy the dress.
no,
in that
because I
environment.
went to 2 other bridal shops and I never felt like that. I think it's a big investment. People know that this is the one day of your life. I just felt really pressured in that store because I really liked that dress.
Okay.
But in general, I went to also Grace Loves Lace. Lovely dresses, not for me.
Why not?
They looked very frumpy on me, I'm not gonna lie.
Do you think they're designed for taller people?
I think they're designed for tall, skinny white girls. I'm not gonna lie.
People called Grace.
And your mother, who is quite tall.
She's medium.
Yeah, and not blonde. She looked stunning in her dress, but for me, it was not the one. I looked like I was swimming in the dresses. No. And then I also went to Pronovius, which was, I found the dress. But again, I don't want to spend the money.
How much was that one?
I think this was £4,500.
This was more expensive.
It was it was honestly such a nice dress, but it also had this damn invisible lace, even more so than the other one. It wasn't quite backless. So I knew exactly...
Did you put a deposit on that one?
No, but they did give me a lot of Prosecco. It was such a nice dress, but it just wasn't perfect. And I just knew with the alterations, it probably would have been like a £6,000 dress. Worth it, because it would have been... For me, it would have been worth it. Listen, the craftsmanship that it takes to create that dress, every single bead hand sewn, the love and attention that goes into designing the dress. The dresses are meant to be that price. They are deserving.
That. It's like buying a nice watch.
Exactly.
You pay for the craftsmanship that someone's put into it, not because an Amiga tells better time than a Casio.
Yes. So I'm not out here bashing like expensive designers. Like, no, they should charge what they're charging, and more so because that is the value of the dress.
It's a craft.
It is a craft,
Yeah,
and
it's
they
difficult
are
to make money with
stunning.
crafts at the moment. So it's true. Everyone wants things mass produced and cheap. It's difficult to actually maintain a genuine historical craft, such as like manufacturing a wedding dress by hand is a craft. It's like thatched roofs. Who can thatch a roof anymore? No one, because it's expensive and thatched roofs are crap. But if you have an old house with a thatched roof, you have no choice. But there is like an appreciation to the work that goes into creating that.
There is. That is very true.
So there you go, wedding dresses and thatched roofs.
Somehow he managed to make them similar. But given that, it just wasn't for me. I didn't feel comfortable spending that much money, which was not my own, on a dress that I wasn't quite happy with and wasn't for me. So then I decided, how can I get a cheap dress? And guys, I did it all. I went to high streets. I went to secondhand dresses. Can you guess what kind of dress I got? Was it secondhand? Was it a high street dress? It was both.
Yeah.
So let's talk about my first wedding day dress. It was from the high street. When we eloped, it was just the two of us and we wanted everything super simple. We actually went to Oxford Street and we tried on outfits for like together. Which was
fun.
It was fun. It was so good.
It was nice to share some of the wedding experience together.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. So I actually knew what suit you were going to wear beforehand.
Yeah.
And you looked stunning.
Thanks. You looked pretty good. No, you looked great. I'm joking. You looked beautiful. You were like an angel. You made me cry. You know how good you looked.
I did make him cry. Right, anyway, so I got it from the high street. When I was looking for high street dresses, the main thing I wanted to know is, where can I get a dress? I had heard too many horror stories about buying a dress from eBay that looked like something from a playground.
But yet you still wanted to, didn't you?
I still did. I did. But I stayed away from eBay. I stayed away.
And any kind of online. Basically, you just shouldn't buy dresses online, should you?
Actually, that's a lie. I bought my dress from online.
Did you?
Yeah. So...
You tried it in person, though?
No. Listen. I stayed away from online shops which were from China and I could not refund. So JJ House, I heard so many things about them, but I was just like, no. So what shops would I recommend? I would recommend House of Fraser, beautiful dresses, Debenhams, Chi Chi, London, Dorothy Perkins, ASOS, and then where I got my dress from, Jarlow. Jarlow, London. In Debenhams, I found this dress by Jarlow and it wasn't in my size, so I went online to see if they had any other sizes, any other dresses, and then I saw this beautiful range of white dresses and that's when I chose about 4 dresses and then tried them on and found the dress. That dress cost me £100, so...
And it was lovely.
I
really
loved
very
it.
Nice.
And because it was so cost effective in comparison to other wedding dresses, I felt so comfortable to explore the mountains of Cornwall
Yeah.
to get the perfect shot.
Can't really put a price on that, can you?
No.
Because, yeah, exactly. So we were just free. We were free for that day. Because we went off all over the Cornish countryside taking pictures. Check out our wedding video if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, so it was pretty. And I think what I aim to do with this dress afterwards is to dye it a different colour and rewear it, because we all know I wanted to rewear my wedding dress, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna re-dye it a different colour. So if you do want to see me dyeing my dress, put a comment down below, and also give me ideas about what colour. I'm not sure what colour to go for. Maybe something really fun, something I probably would never buy because...
Yellow. What would you never buy?
Well, yellow.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, put a comment down below and let me know what you think.
What about mint green?
That'll be nice.
Oh.
I like mint green. Alright, so the dress. I got my dress second hand. If you're looking for places where you can buy second hand dresses, the one place I say you have to go is Still White.
It's the only place.
So beautiful. There's also another place called Pre-Loved, but...
You can buy dogs on Pre-Loved.
Can you?
I don't think you want to buy a wedding dress from the same price you can buy a dog.
Can you really?
Yeah, they sell everything. Pre-Loved is like Gumtree.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well then Still White. Still White is amazing.
So when you were looking for a second-hand dress on Still White, how was that process? Was it different? Because obviously you can't try it on. So like,
Yes.
what advice do you have for people?
I was quite specific. Luckily, I live in London. So I decided to only search for dresses in London, which was great because there's loads of people in London who are selling wedding dresses. It's quite a highly densely populated area. Because of that, I was able to go and try on the dresses.
How many did you try on?
I tried on one before I found the one.
So 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just went to someone's house and tried on their dress. The first dress just had a stain that was too big and I just I couldn't do anything to it. And then the second dress was one of the cheapest dresses on there. And that
Which
was
one you bought?
£450.
Amazing.
The good thing about
How much was it new? Do you know?
it was £1,200. So it still wasn't
That's
like an
good.
expensive dress,
It's a good dress.
I think. The good thing about Still White is you can literally ask for all the dimensions, your breast size, your cup size, your hip width. You can search by design, you can search by, as I say, size, location. It is just a really good website.
Amazing.
So I highly recommend it. The dress was Martina Liana, and again, it had the same stupid invisible netting, and I just wanted to tear the netting apart. So I did exactly that. I loved the dress, I loved everything about it, but I wanted it to be backless and I wanted it to have all the netting removed. Once I got the dress, I found this beautiful wedding dressmaker, but she also did wedding dress alterations. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, I went up to her house. I was like, yo, am I in the right place? What's going on? But anyway, you go through her house and then she's transformed her living room into this like dressing room boudoir, and it's just really pretty. And it was such a nice experience. She was so down to earth. She gave me the price of the work up front. It was really cost effective. It was £300 to do all the alterations. So
Which included?
It was to create a backless dress. It meant taking out all the fishnet and all the invisible netting and add extra lace to give the dress more structure so that it could perform as a backless dress. Because I couldn't decide between having a straight dress or having a big poofy dress. My mum was like, you're gonna look like a toilet roll if you have a big poofy dress. I was like, well, me not care, me want a little bit of poof. I got her to make me a detachable skirt, which I walked down the aisle with, but it was such a hot day. I was planning on staying with it until like evening. Could not do it.
This really was a wedding of no compromise, wasn't it?
No, I had everything I wanted. And both.
Twice.
Exactly.
You're very lucky.
I'm very lucky. You have to have everything you want. It's possible. But it was actually quite cost effective though, because all in all, I was thinking about spending £4,000, and this dress, everything included, was £800.
What about the veil?
£800. The £300 included the veil. Sorry, it included the veil, the alterations, and the skirt.
But what happened with the veil? Did she make it or did you buy it?
She made it.
Okay.
She also made me a veil.
From scratch?
From scratch.
Right.
Exactly how I wanted it. I wanted it 2-tier. I wanted it full length. It was just everything and more. Her name is Sandra Valentina. I'll put her link down below.
How did you find her? How could you recommend to people to find a good wedding dress seamstress?
I went on Google. Anyway, guys, we hope you enjoyed all things wedding dresses. I enjoyed my wedding. I enjoyed trying on wedding dresses, and I hope you guys can love an old dress the same way I loved it. And I think the great thing about getting an old dress and customizing it to suit your exact needs is, in the end, it becomes a one-of-a-kind dress. And
That's
it's
cool.
Perfect for you.
Yeah, cheaper than having one custom made in the start. So I don't know about you guys, but I learned a lot about wedding dresses in this little video. So hopefully you did too. If you enjoy this content, please give it a like and make sure you're subscribed if you're not already for more content like this.
Okay, but before we go, Jack, which one was your favourite look?
Ooh, it's like comparing apples and oranges. It was 2 different days.
But which one did you
I really
prefer?
liked, well, I mean, our elopement was great for what it was. It was, you know, it was free. It was, when I say free, I mean, it was like freeing. There was freedom. Like, we just weren't worried about things. I had a cheap suit, you had a cheap dress, and we were just having fun. And that was great. It was great for the day. You looked amazing. As I said, I cried when I saw you. It was, to all intents and purposes, the wedding dress that you wore for £100 on that day was a wedding dress, and it was great, and you looked great. The other one was much more of an occasion. It was much more of like your traditional wedding. It was obviously, like you say, you could see the craftsmanship in it. You had your veil, you had everything. It was amazing. And I think I cried then too. So, what difference
But
does
which
it
one
make?
did you prefer? Which one did I look better in? What would you prefer?
Oh, I don't think I could say you looked better in one or the other. Okay, well, I think my favourite, if I had to pick one, was probably the second dress without the skirt.
Really? Oh, I'm glad then.
Yeah.
Because I wore it for the longest time.
Yeah, it was amazing. It's a lovely dress. But I do think that if you're watching this video and are worried about pricing, or like you're doing this wedding on a budget or whatever, you 100% can get a nice cheap wedding dress. If the only dress you wore was the Jalo one, I would have been very happy, and I think you still would have looked amazing. So I think pound for pound, the best value dress was the Jalo one, for sure.
But Jack, you would marry me in a bin bag.
Yeah, true. And I didn't see why that would have needed to happen. You could have just worn some jeans or something, but yeah, I would have done. Yeah, you looked beautiful in everything, obviously. My phone background is of you in your Martina Liana dress without the skirt. So, see, doesn't she look beautiful?
I am really smiling, aren't I?
You were very happy.
I was. You can see the invisible lace though, can't you? Here.
A little bit, yeah.
Bastard lace. Until next time, guys. Bye! And I've actually listed my wedding dress on there, but it's got a mark. And now I don't want to sell my wedding dress anymore, so it doesn't really matter.
After we paid like a quarter of its price to have it dry cleaned.
It will go to my kid or something.
They then won't want to wear it because it has a stain on them because it's old fashioned.
I hope it's not old fashioned. I hope it's a classic. Probably will be.
Everyone thinks
old-fashioned.
that about their wedding dress. Nothing wrong with old fashioned though.
People in London, so it's quite easy. Yawn? You wanted to yawn?
I did, yeah.
Exactly, so I was waiting
But it's not coming now. I can't make it happen.
Oh, he's so bored of this content.
I'm not bored, I'm just tired, obviously.
So,